Yeah, I got somebody out here rolling out a body. 124. 124, 68th Street. There's somebody rolling out a body. 124, 68th Street. Yeah, send an officer here as soon as possible. Sir, what are you doing? ¿Qué estás haciendo?
We're doing our job. The police were already here. Why are you bothering?
Well, what's going on? You're rolling out a body?
This is a funeral home.
So, it's a funeral home.
Someone died.
What happened? An overdose?
When people die,
Your business what
when
it
people
is.
die, funeral home has to pick them up. The police were already here.
What funeral home?
It's none of your business.
That's
Well, I
private.
live here. I live right across the street, and there's been a lot of suspicious activity here.
Report.
Yeah, where's law enforcement? I just called about a dead body being rolled out from 124 68th Street.
Yes, we have people respond.
You were here about an hour ago, right? With Officer Greenwood and Sauerwald?
Yes.
You were here. Can you lower the window, please? I'm trying so I can hear you. You were here, right? Why were you here?
There was an incident that occurred.
What incident?
I can't give you those details, sir.
Okay, I live here, just so you know.
Okay.
And I just have a man confirming, and on footage, that he rolled out a dead body. He confirmed that.
Okay.
So, I mean, where's the investigation? What's going on
That's
here?
information that my lieutenant can give you.
That you-
I can't give any further
Well, I have to
information. That's
report
private
it because it's
information.
suspicious, you understand? And I don't want to be in the street. Can you come out, please?
Well, give me a second, sir. I have fire alarms activated.
What
So
fire
can I come
alarms?
back to you?
Whoa, hold on. This is serious. What's the case of the death, sir? Sir, I live here. Sir, I live here. What's the case of the death?
Sir,
And what funeral home?
this is a funeral business.
Which funeral home?
That doesn't pertain.
But there has to be an investigation. You can't just roll out bodies. Whoa, hold on. This is serious. A dead body was just rolled out. Okay, there's been no investigation. Don't know the cause of death. Okay, on the street, you're
It
probably
was
aware.
investigated, but it's
And-
private matter.
right, you were
so I can't
transferred
give
from
that-
Newark,
I
right?
can't give that information.
You were transferred from Newark,
Yes,
right?
I
Okay, I
was.
know who you are. Do you know who I am?
Yes.
Okay, so I've been investigating, right? A lot of suspicious activity on this block. I just have a man confirming that a dead body was rolled out. I have 3 officers, yourself, Greenwood, and Sauerwald. They were just here,
Yes.
walking out with a document, okay?
I did not walk out with the document.
Sauerwald walked out with the
Okay.
document. You were with him, okay? That being said, as a resident that lives here, right, that has been protesting, serving the community regarding suspicious activity on this block, I need an explanation, and you, officer, are telling me you have to go somewhere else when
I can't give you that information, sir. It's private.
what was the investigation?
The investigation is that they released the body and they gave us the body. And the
Who
police
released the body?
The police.
The police released the body.
Were here. Yeah.
And they investigated it
That's
already.
how it works. Absolutely. You think I'm picking up bodies for fun? Are you kidding me?
Well,
think
you-
I'm sweating? You think I'm just doing this for kicks?
Usually the way it's done is there's an actual investigation, not a 2-minute investigation,
I've been doing
because I
this-
saw
I've
the
been
officers
doing-
here.
I've
And
It's
it's-
private and it wasn't my job.
I understand it's private, officer, but what I'm saying is this: how can you leave the scene of a dead body that was just rolled out over a fire alarm when this holds precedence? You
Yes,
have a resident
everybody
here.
was already here. It was a day shift job that came in, sir.
It was a day shift job?
It was
But
during day shift, and then we had an officer there, which was Officer Sauerwald, which he works day shift, and then I responded to see if he needed anything else.
I'm going to report this.
Okay.
So why are you leaving?
You want to report it? Okay.
I need to
One second,
report
I'm
it.
gonna pull over.
Was it an overdose?
You're not next to kin, bro.
I understand that, but was it an overdose?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It's called dying of old age. There's
Dying of
mad
old age.
people. I wish they were still here, but your friends with police sometimes don't even wait for them. They just bounce and dip them. That ain't my problem. Yeah.
What funeral home?
It's called Narnia Funeral Home.
Narnia?
Yes, Narnia.
Where's it located?
In Guttenberg.
If a body is taken straight to funeral and not taken to a medical facility for autopsy, how do we know if it was an overdose or if it wasn't an overdose, officer?
We had EMS response, or
EMS was not here.
Yes, they did. They responded.
What
during
time?
day shift.
During the
I don't
day?
have that information. It was not my job, sir.
But you were here though, so you know
I
the full
responded
extent.
after the match. I don't have any information. That's not my report. It's Officer Sauerwald's report.
Okay, I understand that, but do you understand where I'm coming from though? Or you
No,
don't
I
understand?
understand.
Okay, because a dead body was just rolled out here. Okay? And that in and of itself requires attention. Okay, because you have residents living here that don't know what's going on.
They're private matters, sir. I can't put out their information.
I understand it's a private matter, and I understand you can't put out certain information, right? But for the public safety as well as my safety that lives here on 127 and all considered, right? There has to be a certain due diligence regarding legalities. If a body was released to the family and not for an autopsy report, then you and I both know there's no way of concluding that that body could have have been an overdose, because if that body died of an overdose. From my balcony, I perceived 3 officers, Sauerwald, the officer from Newark, Razzo, Greenwald. They were here at this residence on the 2nd floor for approximately 45 minutes to an hour, okay? They left approximately an hour later. A man in a van, and a dark black man pulled out a stretcher.
Yep.
I have it on video. He placed the stretcher to the side. A woman in a white van came. I have the plates as well. They proceeded to take the stretcher into 124. They came out with a body on the stretcher. Sir, what's going on here? Is that a dead body? He confirmed it was a dead body that's been taken to a funeral home.
That's correct.
Now, in the event that there was an overdose, there's no way to prove that it was an overdose if the body is taken straight to a funeral and not for an autopsy report.
That's correct.
So, that being said, you and I both know what's been going on in this block, okay? I have to report this because it's suspicious.
From what we know, it was not an overdose. The reason being, it was an older male party who has a lot of medical conditions. It was a natural death. They believe it was a natural death.
What time did EMS get here?
I don't know. That was during the daytime. What do you want to report?
I want to everything that I just told you, officer.
Which is fine. Okay.
But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. It's not fine. It's not fine.
Okay.
Because it's very alarming. Because we have the governmental agency, nothing against you, obviously, because you and I have good rapport. We have a governmental agency stating that ABCDEFG, it's all been cleared.
Overdoses in New Jersey are on the rise, and in an effort to combat the crisis, health and law enforcement officials are handing out medication that's used to treat a narcotic overdose in an emergency.
For the next 3 days, free Narcan will be handed out at pharmacies across New Jersey. State leaders encouraging people to pick it up.
There's no way that, all considered, with everything that's been going on in this block, I get it. I know what you're going to tell me. But there's no way for me to know as the resident, for me to know that there was nothing suspicious here. Because what if it was an overdose that you're stating has already been proven that it wasn't? If it was an overdose, then once again we have, because it happened on 120, we have another overdose victim. Overdose from drugs. Drugs that I was protesting, that I got arrested for protesting, that now I'm facing charges for, that I was taken to the psych ward for. Because I was told that I'm delusional. Well, there's nothing delusional about a body being rolled out right in front of my residence.
The medical examiner was called regarding these situations. The medical examiner deemed that it wasn't suspicious based off everything that we provided them.
And how did the individual die?
We don't have that information. I know they had medical conditions and they were elderly. That's all I know. The medical examiner released the body to the funeral home because they deemed it wasn't a suspicious death.
Because had it been a suspicious death, had it been an overdose,
Then the medical examiner would have came.
Right, and it would have been a big stink.
Yes, that's correct.
And it would have been a big stink.
Yes, that's correct.
In the event that it is an overdose, how would the medical examiner be able to conclude?
Because they already deemed that it's not.
How would they know it's not an overdose?
Based off medical history, there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot that goes into it.
You know that's not accurate. Because the only way to determine if there was an overdose is through autopsy.
That's correct. But there was no drug paraphernalia on scene that they located. The officers didn't locate it.
Well, they wouldn't locate it if they didn't investigate it. And they wouldn't investigate it because they didn't want to make a big stink.
So it's 24-07433.
Everything all right? What happened?